what we have. Two lines. One to the airport truck, one to the Moscow truck. Nikolai, tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. 50 seconds! When that clock hits 0, you send this truck. I don't care if Lenin himself comes out of his tomb with a priority package. I absolutely positively have to get to Memphis tonight. We'll do our best.
Okay, I'll cancel Saturday.
No, don't. If I'm not here, I'm not.
Just so long as you're here New Year's Eve.
I'll be here New Year's Eve, I promise.
2 more minutes. Thanks. Hey.
Oh, my. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'll be right back. Fire, engine 1.
I was here the whole time. Hello everybody, welcome to my first stream here on YouTube and on Twitch as well. I've been streaming a little bit on Twitch, but it's kind of been a work in progress here, figuring out exactly what I want to do with all of this stuff and kind of just thinking of what direction I wanted to go with all this stuff. You know, like I grew up being like incredibly creative and loving graphic design and digital marketing and film and technology and all of these things. So this has just really like given me an opportunity to actually utilize some of that stuff and like actually practice things in front of your guys' eyes, which I think is pretty fun, you know, like it's something I've always wanted to do, but like I had to develop kind of the courage, I guess, to get on here and chat with you guys, but also like put my creativity out there visually. And I think as we move forward by the way, before I move forward, can everybody hear me okay? Everybody just, if you could comment and say, hey, I hear you, everything's good. Let me just make sure it's all good. Yeah, it seems good on my side. But I am working on a bunch of different short films and a bunch of different things. Thank you for subscribing. But I plan on doing a lot of that stuff live. You know, like I don't want to just upload videos. The goal of these streams, and I want to try to do them almost every day, but the goal of these streams is to not only like foster a community of creativity, and we're going to have a Telegram group, we're going to have a Discord group, we're going to have all this stuff. So my goal is to not only create stuff in front of your guys' eyes, but also create tutorials for those things, help support your own creativity, and kind of just give you a space to hang out and a space to relax, you know. Obviously, I made kind of this whole set here and everything like that, so it is relaxing. I plan on my streams being pretty relaxing and chill. One of the things I do want to do as well is talk about like movies and books that I like, you know. One reason I have the TV back here is so I can play kind of trailers for you guys before we get the stream started on movies that I kind of want to talk about. You know, me and my wife Hannah, we just recently rewatched Castaway, and what's so crazy about that movie is just how realistic it is. You know, you kind of like forget some of the scenes in that film and how insane they are. You know, it's really like at the edge of your seat type of stuff pretty consistently, especially the plane crash scene. Now, if you guys don't know, like I love movie trivia. I love film quite a bit. So I every single time I would do film reviews, I used to do film reviews like 8 years ago when I challenged myself to kind of like make content again. And it's been, you know, I've made content with my dad and a few other people, but it's actually been like 8 years since I've actually made content just by myself like I'm doing right now. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for being on here. If you subscribe, everybody will know that you subscribed. Down here, let me see if I can do this correctly. I've got all this stuff that I practiced and set up ahead of time to kind of get this whole set up. I need to accomplish some goals here on YouTube so I can monetize the channel. Now, like long term, I have some huge plans for what I want to do and what I want to accomplish. With infinite variance, you guys can go to the links and check that stuff out. But I really want to create a whole entire community, like I was saying, of people that support one another in these brand new pieces of technology like AI and Stable Diffusion and Unreal Engine and all these other different pieces of technology, to just use them and like make whatever the fuck you want, right? And so I'm going to talk a little bit about film, about Castaway, just because I want to share some of my thoughts about it. I like kind of leaving it laid back in the beginning of these streams and then getting into kind of the tutorial stuff. I do plan on making some stuff today and sharing some cool tools and some cool things that you guys can utilize to take your creativity to the next level. If that's something you're interested in doing with any of this stuff. And then I don't mind also answering questions. If you guys have like a question in chat as I'm doing anything, or you have a question for me, feel free to post it. You know, like I want these streams to be live interactions with the community. I will take recordings from these streams, but these streams really are a connection between me and you guys. You know, like I really want them to be laid back and not kind of be like so, I don't know, rigid, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm also streaming on Twitch down here. That's my Twitch user ID. Matt Hollis wasn't available on Twitch, so I got to go with my user ID. Thanks, Kyle. My younger brother recommended I just go with that. So I'm also streaming this on Twitch. I plan on doing like video game streams and stuff. Those will probably be like more later at night, and those will only be on Twitch. I plan on only utilizing this channel to teach these tools and share and foster a community of creative people. So thank you guys once again for being on here. Let's talk a little bit about Castaway, shall we? So let me turn on this music a little bit here for myself. So Castaway is a film by Robert Zemeckis. If you guys don't know who Robert Zemeckis is, he is also the director of Forrest Gump and Back to the Future, Flight. He's created a bunch of really incredible films. He was actually, speaking of mentoring, right? He was actually one of the people that was mentored by Steven Spielberg. He was like picked out, and Steven Spielberg kind of helped him build his career, you know, which is amazing because now we have the Back to the Future movies and Forrest Gump and all of these different films. What's so insane about the movie Castaway in general is Tom Hanks's performance and the cinematography and a few things. Who here has seen Castaway? Like, just comment if you've seen Castaway. I don't know if I have like the delay on the chat messed up here. On screen, it might be like a little different. Oh no, it's pretty instantaneous. That's good. Okay, so yeah, obviously Hannah's seen it. She watched it with me. But Tom Hanks's performance in this movie, I think honestly, it doesn't like rival Forrest Gump or like some of his other ones, but it no doubt comes kind of close. Like, it's not, I haven't seen Philadelphia, and I've heard that his performance in that film is like incredible. But his performance in this movie, I mean, of course he had to like carry this film, and watching his character kind of transition from one space to the other. I know that Tom Hanks gained like something like 40 or 50 pounds for the beginning parts of the film, and then of course lost all of that weight as he was on the island. It just blows my mind when certain actors like take the time to push themselves to a level where they can actually like I don't know, have those separate body types and those performances in one movie. If you guys haven't seen Castaway, I'm not going to go through and like spoil the whole film. I'm going to talk about some specific things. Obviously, Wilson, the volleyball. If you guys haven't seen the movie, go see it, watch it. I think it's on, I don't remember where we watched it. It's on some streaming service for free, but I mean, not free, but you know what I mean. Like, it's on the streaming service. I think it was Hulu or something like that. But the film was really realistic with a lot of the survival elements that are in the movie. They shot it on like an island in Fiji. I don't know if the island was like isolated. It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't. That would just be hard. I can't imagine like getting all the equipment over there and filming it. But I know that it was made on an island in Fiji. And I mean, I don't want to, like I said, it's so hard not to spoil the movie because he goes through all these different things in the film that are pretty brutal, right? But you also see this character transformation that Tom Hanks goes through in the movie, from this guy that needs to control everything to being like very laid back. And I can kind of relate with this, right? And that's kind of what stories are about. Whole new appreciation for ice cubes. That's funny. But like, I think it just blows my mind the level of commitment that he gives to the role, but then also the level of commitment everybody else that's behind the set, you know, gives to the commitment. Because this wasn't an easy movie to film. I know that the script was inspired by a bunch of different survival stories. But yeah, I mean, the last thing I want to talk about before we get into anything else here with the movie is the plane crash sequence. So this will be like a minor spoiler only for the fact that it's insane. But like, me and Hannah were rewatching this movie, and I don't think I've seen a plane crash sequence that's better than this film. Like, I have no idea how exactly they went through and shot it. I know that they used practical effects and CGI, but it was like nuts. And there's this specific shot where Tom Hanks's character is looking through the front glass. I probably could find it even in the clips, but he's looking through this front glass as the plane's going down towards the ocean, right? And as like the lightning happens, you can't see out the window. Then the lightning goes away and you see like the ocean coming closer and closer. And it's like, holy shit. That is like, to think of that idea. I mean, yeah, that's my worst nightmare too. Like, every single time me and Hannah fly, I'm one of those like analytical people where I know the odds of something bad happening to me is probably going to be on like takeoff or landing. So like, I'm gripping Hannah's hand. and going like, there's something in me, even though I know that like it's out of my control and I shouldn't worry about it, that still worries and like wants to be safe in some way. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate with me, but that plane crash sequence was insane. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, definitely check it out. My plan is to kind of like talk about maybe a movie a day or a book or certain things. I like inspiring with people with some of the stuff that I've seen. I've seen like a lot of movies and a lot of stuff. And so I like to draw from that with my creativity, but I also think it's going to give us kind of an opportunity, because one of the things that I want to do with this stream too is collaborate with you guys, like in live time. This is something that AI and the modern tools give us, is that in one stream we can actually make something together, right? And I don't mind as well like helping you guys make things for your YouTube channels, whether it's graphics, thumbnails, or any of these types of things. I want to like kind of be a service to people here. But then at the same time, kind of give us all the space to kind of collaborate and communicate. One of the things I do plan on doing is having full streams, and I haven't picked the days yet, where we will actually go through and as a community pick 2 or 3 things, and I will utilize those things to make a whole short story in the span of that stream, which is something I've always wanted to do when I was younger. And even when I first met my wife, Hannah, one of the things I love to do is I would tell her to pick 3 different story things. So it would be like, you know, I want a witch, I want a girl, and I want dragonflies. And it's like, okay, I have to come up with a story based off of those 3 things, like a short story. And this is something that I used to do with my friends and stuff too, but it's something I love to do. So I plan on doing that with you guys. But the cool thing about AI is that we can actually do all of this in real time with you guys here. So you guys will see us create a short film or create content and stuff together live on here. And some of those might take a couple of streams to do, depending on how big the idea is or how grand it is. I have this issue where like a small idea will become a big idea, right? I don't know if any of you guys can relate with that. But for me, it'll be like, okay, I'm going to start out with just this small thing. And I heard this quote the other day that it's actually harder to make a short film or a short story than it is to make a long story or a long video or anything like that. And I tend to see like why. Like it's very hard to take something that's 4 or 5 minutes long and pack your message into it. And what I want to share in here is like a lot of the books that I've read on storytelling and a lot of the stuff that I've gone through, I think has well equipped me to support you guys in your process of being storytellers. Because in my mind, as this continues to grow, like what AI is and what storytelling is and what all of these things are, as those things continue to grow, I think storytelling will be like one of those main jobs that people have, whether it's making commercials, whether it's making full feature-length films and uploading them to YouTube, or short films, all those different kinds of things. Hey, Sandy. Hey, everybody. And so, yeah, I just want these streams to kind of be like fun, but then I also plan on taking content out of them and making full-length videos. One video I'm kicking around right now is I have a Oculus Quest 3 over here, right? I'm going to do some VR content because I think it would be fun. But then another thing that I'm going to do is I have my mom and dad were gracious enough to buy me, like years back, I wanted to learn how to play piano, right? So I have an electric piano and that I got for Christmas one year. And it has been sitting collecting like, I don't know how to tell, like dust in my closet, right? And so one of my goals is to make a video. I won't stream this video. This will be something I make. But to make a video where I learn how to play the piano using virtual reality. And I'll kind of show you guys how to do it as well. Because one of the cool things about the Oculus Quest 3, or I should say Meta Quest 3, is if you put the VR headset on, you can actually, let me show you guys actually. I can do that. I have that ability. Let me see. shut the music off here.
Testing out piano vision, a mixed reality.
So this is what I want to do, right? So you actually have
it's available on Quest 3.
the AI. You actually have the VR headset over your eyes, and you can put any song that has emoji into it. So like basically any song that exists, because people will make these for this. So, you know, I'm sure if John Tier is on here, he's our piano expert. But it's just a musical instrument that I've always wanted to learn. I've messed around with electric guitar and like a couple of other things. But this gives me kind of like the option moving into the future with AI to kind of like make different types of music for my my projects and stuff. So pretty cool. I plan on, like I said, making a whole video and making it fun and interesting of me going through this whole process of learning how to play. So that will be interesting. I plan on at some point playing live on stream. So at Bon Jovi, yeah, exactly. That would be great. I know how much my mom loves Bon Jovi. But hey John, how's it going? Yeah, so I know all of the different ways that AI is going to change things. And one thing that I was kind of teasing with my dad a little bit before I got on here, right? By the way, I have such a supportive family. Like, they're all on here watching me now. Most of them, you know, not my whole family, right? Some people have shit to do. But they're taking time off of the shit that they have to do to watch me on here. So thank you, family, Hollis family, for supporting me on here as well. I don't expect them to be on every stream, but thank you for being on this first one. So with that said, you guys, I think I reviewed Castaway. I shared kind of like my plans for the stream. I kind of want to go into making some stuff and sharing a couple of things with you guys. Anyone excited for that? Also, by the way, too, when I'm going through this process, like I said, ask questions. Chat's going to be on the screen. You guys can ask questions. Like I said, we're just sitting on here and having fun. As you can see, these streams, I'm just going to be who I am. So if you guys hear profanity, if you're offended by profanity, I'm sorry. I don't have a bleeping button, but eventually there will be an AI that will bleep that for you if you don't like it. But it's just how I talk. It's how my family talks. So I'm not going to censor myself on my own stream. That would be messed up. So with that said, I'm going to go through a couple of tools and stuff with you guys. God, I love these rain, like the sound of the rain here. It sucks when I switch over and then I lose it, right? I still have everything else, but I lose it. But anyway, another cool thing is if any of you guys want to do a stream similar to this, I plan on also making a video on how I set all this up, you know? Like, I've always wanted to run one of these streams, and like I said, I'm a very technical guy when it comes to some of this stuff, but it's very easy to set all this up once you learn how to use OBS, right? Like I can have the chat on the screen. I can talk to you guys. I can show you guys videos. We can watch things together, listen to music together, right? Thanks, Jody. Thanks, Melody. Mom, love me some Hannah. Hey, I plan on, believe it or not, doing cooking streams and things with my wife Hannah as well on this. So that should be fun, right? Yeah, time to make shit. Absolutely. So if you know anything about me, my name's Matthew Hollis. I've been a digital marketer, and like if I went through all the jobs I've done over the last like couple of decades, it's quite vast. Like I've done quite a bit. I think digital marketing is like the easiest way to confine all those. I've done web design, I've done graphic design, I've edited videos, shot videos, written videos, done all different kinds of stuff. So now I'm just like going to take those skills as AI is growing and kind of just help you guys do the shit that I've been doing for the last couple of decades or so, and not have to learn all these tools to do it. Because believe it or not, AI is actually taking a lot of our excuses away, right? Like it's taking our excuses to not create things away. And as automation continues to grow, it's going to definitely take our excuses away because people are going to be losing their jobs. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, but I'm going to show you guys how to utilize this stuff to actually do what I'm doing right now and create what I see as the future of storytelling, the future of a bunch of stuff. I actually have a whiteboard over here with like my mission statement on it that I wrote out last night, because like this is something I've been, like I said, kicking around for a while on wanting to do. And so the fact that now we're here, I just don't want to stop, you know? I don't want to stop doing this stuff until I feel tired, I guess. So so today the title is streaming until I get this down, which means I don't plan on stopping the stream until I kind of feel tired. I am going to just go through a bunch of stuff and goof around. But yeah, everything with the Robert Hollis brand and stuff, I've definitely been behind that. So this is Infinite Variance. This is my group, community, company, whatever you want to call it, that I've started. You can go to my website, infinitevariance.ai, and sign up. Let me delete my old email address. I was doing a little testing before you guys got on here. Sign up for the email address. I'll be sending you guys anytime there's like new updates or certain tools, or if there's like one cool thing about being part of the AI community that I've already had is I've had opportunities to give people that I've been hanging out with the ability to be beta testers in certain tools. One of the tools I'll show you guys here in a little bit, which is LTX. I've teased it like a lot. There's this group that we have with my dad, Robert Hollis. There's this group, and a bunch of those people are on here. Thank you guys so much for being on here. The Imaginators group. And you could find his channel. Just search Robert Hollis on YouTube. But he's got, geez, I think like 2,000, 7,000 videos or something like that on motivation and all different kinds of stuff. So I recommend, if you're like looking for why you're not wanting to do these things, definitely go there. There's a lot of motivational content there. And I also collaborate with them and like him and Craig Jackman and make stuff over there as well. So yeah, go sign up on this website. I kind of tease a little bit of what we're going to do, and then some of the stuff that you guys are going to see me work on this stream, as well as like other things. What I really want to show off here is the resources page. This might look familiar to some of you if you're new to these streams. Man, what's happening with my headphones here? Hold on. Let me fix that. I'm disintegrating. Okay, hold on. Now we're not disintegrating anymore. This is all of the stuff that I'm kind of going to be using. Some of these links, when you click on resources, I don't know if the chat bot will work. I set it up to work. If you guys type exclamation AI or exclamation join, it should give you a bunch of links. If it doesn't, I messed up somewhere and I'm going to have to figure that out myself. Hey Buddy's Place. That's a animal rescue and sanctuary that I've collaborated with. Plan on doing more stuff with them as well in the future. So definitely go over there and subscribe and support them as well. So yeah, this is where you'll see all of the, it's funny. It's like join our community, and then it didn't post the link here, obviously. I don't know if it did on Twitch, but these are all the tools that I'm going to be using. The number one tool that you'll see in here and stuff is like Chat GPT, Vizard we use for shorts, Leonardo AI. I actually have a iPad for drawing and stuff over here. I'm going to do real-time drawing, which if you guys have ever seen me like kind of tease some of that stuff, is really, really fun. It basically like gives the AI a real-time, like I could just show you guys, right? Let me go down here and go to Leonardo. It's funny because I love talking about this stuff, but then I forget that this is my stream and I can actually just show you guys, which is great. I can't even tell you how awesome that is, you know? Just let me log in here. So this is Leonardo AI. And this tool has a specific ability. It's funny, now my background's getting messed up in the other direction. It's like dark and light. There we go. So this tool has this thing called real-time canvas. And it basically allows you, if I say like a plane in the sky, and I've shown this a little bit, but you can draw, if you had like a tablet, or even you can use your finger, or you can use your mouse, you can draw in here and make things. So if I go to, I think, paintbrush, right? It's just guessing like what a plane in the sky is right now. Now with the mouse, I'm not very good. I actually don't. I have no artistic ability outside of the computer. If you guys saw my paintings that I've done and stuff, you guys would see how much I rely on technology to help me out here. But I'll be able to like practice that as well and draw and make stuff in real time for some of the scenes that we'll be making and some of the things that we'll be doing and collaborating together. So that is one of the things I want to do. And I have a drawing pad and stuff to do that over here. Hannah, my paintings are beautiful. I should actually show you one of them. It's so funny. It looks like a child did it, but that's just my style. It's child-ish, I guess. So I'll have to show you guys that painting at some point, but it's funny. It's hanging up in our house. Anyway, here's a couple of other tools. vidIQ, if you know anything about YouTube, that they're great for helping you out grow your YouTube channel. They're helping me out grow my YouTube channel here. CapCut, free video editing software. Hyper is actually something I'll share a little bit today as well. And of course, our audio tools here, Udio and Suno. You make whole songs and everything with these. Pseudo-Write, not really going to go into that tool today. It's more of like a writing assistant for novels and screenplays. If we ever kind of get stuck or try to, yeah, I mean, drawing a stick person is hard for me too, as you guys just saw. But I plan on using Pseudo-Write maybe in the future and going over like a little bit of a tutorial with that. But that'll help you write screenplays and stuff like that, or long form things. So like if you want to write like a long novel or a long screenplay, it can really help you with that process. Pico Labs is going to become something that you guys see quite a bit. It's one of my #1 tools that I use. 11 Labs is for like dubbing and doing AI voices. And you guys will even see me on stream at some point record audio onto this microphone, and you'll watch me change it in real time and put it into a scene, which is kind of crazy. InVideo is like this tool that allows you to create like YouTube videos out of any subject. I won't really be using this one this much because I kind of like creating everything myself. I don't really use InVideo a lot, but if some of you guys don't want to use these tools and want to be like, I have an idea for a video, I want to start my YouTube channel, let's get going. That will help you out. Canva, it's like free Photoshop basically. Hey Jen, great for dubbing. I mean, I could be a Hey Jen person right now. If you guys know anything about that tool, right? It's like, it gives you the option of making like, an AI version of yourself. So, you guys will know if it's the AI version of myself because, he won't make as many mistakes. So that's how you'll know. You'll know that it's that. And then instant chapters, you guys will see me use that as well. This is one of those great, cheap, easy, free tools where you can just drop in a YouTube video and get chapters almost instantaneously to put into your description. And that will give you chapters in your video, right? So this video I plan on doing that with, of course, and quite a few other things. Some of these are affiliate links. So if you guys do want any of these tools as we're utilizing them, and you sign up, you'll be supporting me, you'll be supporting the channel, supporting the community. Before I go into making anything, I'll kind of give you guys my mission statement, long-term vision of what I want this to become, right? And by supporting the channel, you guys are definitely helping me out in doing that and accomplishing that. I'm going to continue to add more tools. And then down here under resources, if you scroll down, I've added a little guide. I plan on doing this into a video, but I've added a little guide with a couple of other tutorials on how to get started on YouTube making content. If you've always wanted to do that and you're looking at where the world's going right now and you're going, I need to start doing something else, right? Here's a couple of tools. And eventually you'll be able to make stuff without needing to use your face. You know, you don't need to be in front of the camera like me to do any of this stuff or start a YouTube channel or bring value to people. It's not a requirement. So, yep. Thank you to support. Please support me. So anyways, this is the community. There's 2 buttons here. I'm blocking one. One is to join our Discord. This is going to be, some of you are going to like this and some of you are not. If you're part of the other communities that I've been supporting and helping, you might not be utilizing Discord already, but I plan on building out a Discord in there and having kind of a community where we can chat outside of these streams and the videos. Then there's also a Telegram. You can join the Telegram. That's going to be similar for all you guys that are more Telegram users. You guys can have that space. I don't think that I set that up to be a chat. It's more of just a place where I can send announcements to you guys. So that would be another option for you guys when, say I have the chance to give you guys free access to an AI tool early, or I have to sign an NDA for certain tools, and then it will be like, okay, well, I can show you guys in private possibly, but I can't really show it publicly. So that's something I plan on doing as well. So with that said, I'm going to kind of get into it a little bit here. Do any of you guys, we're going to go back to our cozy rain setting here for a minute. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'm going to give a little bit of a mission statement, but I don't mind answering like a question if you guys had any. I'm going to get a sip. Yeah, it's funny because like I feel like the people in my family have been telling me to do this for a while, because I do not need I was going to say, I do not need anybody else here to talk. I have no problem talking to myself, which is fun, but I do love the interaction with you guys so much. So like I said, I'm an extrovert. We actually did a training over in the Imaginators on the Robert Hollis channel. We have a podcast on there called Unlimited Wisdom, and we did one on personality tests, and I highly recommend you guys check that out. It can really change the way that you perceive yourself and like look at yourself. A lot of this stuff I'll probably share on here too will be motivational and things. I love inspiring people and pushing them to take it to the next level and to do stuff. And I feel like as all these tools come out, I've watched as I've continued to share these things with the communities that I'm a part of, I've gotten more and more of like, we need more of this. We need more of this. Please share more. Please have a space for us to talk about just this. And this is that space. So thank you guys so much for supporting me and everything on here. I set up a donations thing that actually takes donations until I get monetized. Like I said, there's certain things that I have to hit to monetize this channel and the Twitch channel, but I'll use this to kind of like segue into my big mission statement. My goal is basically to build a community of creative people that will eventually become a studio that we can help and support one another in, but then also, and I'm not talking about a studio as in a physical space, although we will have them. I believe that in the future, we will be in a place where you can completely make most stuff online from your house and collaborate with people online from your house utilizing AI. We're pretty much already there, but there's still some hiccups to that. There are certain technologies, as you'll see, as I mess with them, that they're not exactly perfect. And my goal is to rectify or figure out how to fix those things with solutions like a physical space where we could do motion capture. And I'll show you guys a little bit of what I mean. There's these volume. You find there's a specific video, right?
Ties and duct tape on
about the future of cinema, right?
And we are able to strap a spotlight in Unreal that looks exactly like a flashlight fall off, and literally just have that come to life in the scene.
So this is a big volume. This is a big wall, and a lot of, believe it or not, or a big screen, right? Believe it or not, a lot of productions are going this way, and my goal with your guys' donations and with you guys supporting the stream, and eventually I'll get this stuff monetized, is to build a couple of spaces, eventually, or first off, just one, right, for my projects, and then people can come and utilize it from the community if they need it. My goal is just to keep getting the tools that we need, and then people will be able to book time to do mocap or to use the volume or whatever they need in conjunction with AI or any of these things to make take their stories to the next level, right? So I want all these little like infinite variance spots, like in LA and all these different spots over the next 10 to 15 years where you guys can go to these places and use technology that you kind of don't have in your home, right? And that's kind of like a long-term goal. And then also producing and having some type of education thing with this type of technology. But my goal is to keep pushing and get one of these volumes and utilize Unreal Engine to shoot short films and all different kinds of other stuff. They used this to shoot The Mandalorian. They used it to shoot a bunch of other stuff. I mean, it's quite amazing. So that's kind of like my end goal dream, right? Is to get a space where we can kind of collaborate and utilize these things, but also just to build a community on here. So any of your guys' donations are going towards that goal and that dream. There's a donation button like at the bottom, and none of this is necessary. I am going to share stuff completely for free. None of this is necessary. I'm not going to paywall anything. It's just you guys supporting me and supporting us and taking what I want to do here to the next level. So yeah, there's like a link to donate at the under the description of the YouTube video, and then on Twitch, just click the donate button. So that's my overall goals and dreams as far as this stuff goes. So let's get into it. The first tool that I kind of want to go over and like talk about a little bit, and some of you guys are going to love this because I've teased it in some of the other communities that I'm a part of, right? It is called LTX Studio. And this tool, just wait for it to load up here. This tool, let's put on some jazz. I hate silence. So yeah, there should be a donation link. Let me see where that actually is. I find my own stream here. It's in chat right here. So if you do and you're on YouTube and then on Twitch, I think you'll just see it says donate, but I know mostly the following that I currently have is on YouTube. So, and I plan on doing most of my content on YouTube and most of my gaming stuff on Twitch, but figured why not stream this stuff on Twitch? There's people there that can benefit from it as well. So this is a tool that you guys will eventually have access to. This is beta, so not everyone can go sign up for this right now. Although if you're part of my communities, they do release to current beta people sign up forms on their Discord that you can utilize to sign up, and they normally have like couple spots, like 100 spots, 200 spots, and they do this every couple of days. If you're part of like my communities, I'll post those when I do see them, so you guys can sign up for beta access and hopefully get in. But this tool, right, is pretty amazing. Like, the goal with AI and a lot of these things is to push them to a state that eventually it's just kind of like plug and play, right? Like, all you have to do is just go into it. Thank you guys, by the way, for the donations. It should be coming up on the screen, hopefully. We'll see. Or not. This is my first stream. I have to fix those. But thank you, Craig. Thank you, Dad, for the donations. Love and appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the support. So this tool is LTX Studio. It's actually made by the same company that made Facetune. So if you guys have ever messed around with Facetune is like this AI thing that like cleans up your pictures and makes them look prettier and stuff like that, right? But this is their like push into the next generation of this stuff. I actually saw Didi had a question. Have I ever heard of the Clap app for long form videos and shorts on cell phone? I have not. I'll look into it though. But with this tool, you can kind of create anything just by typing about it. And what it's going to do is have consistent characters. So, I was trying to do this ad there's this new product that was released, for a company that my parents are with and stuff called, Dream Trips. and I'm trying to do like a creative trailer for it. I had this idea to do a trailer where, and all of you guys that promote that stuff too, that affiliate program and stuff like that, all you guys that promote that dream trips can use this once I finish with it, right? It will be usable for all of you guys, but I'm making a trailer to promote it based off of like a storytelling concept, right? So I'll give you guys like a little bit of my idea of the story, right? So the goal was to make a story where this kid has this idea to go on this trip, but finds out with this Dream Trips program. And one of the things about this Dream Trips thing is if you get enough people to pay for the trip, and they like schedule all these trips or whatever, with excursions and all this stuff, but you can actually, if you get enough people to, like, say your family, if you go to your family and you get them to go, say, let's go to Fiji and there's all these things, that's the current dream trip happening, and you want to go to like Fiji or something, if you go and get other people to purchase that dream trip from your family, you actually like get to go for free, which is insane, because if you're a millennial like me or younger Gen Z or anything like that, you know, we don't get to travel as much as the baby boomers currently at this moment. So this is like a situation that you can do that as well. So my thought process with making a trailer for this or a commercial for this was to have that whole entire thing play out. So Alex discovers that he has the ability to go to his parents and to his family and talk them all into hopping in and getting in part of this trip, so then they can all go as a family. So like the short kind of is just about that. It's about let me try to get rid of some of this graphical stuff on my, doesn't matter. But the goal of it is he goes to each individual family member and kind of tries to talk them into, like I would, a movie or something. Hey guys, we need to go on this trip. Here's all the things that come with it, everything. And at the end of it, you'll realize that he goes to his family and they're like, wait a minute, how much did you pay for this trip? And he's like, mine was free because of you guys, right? So the goal of this short is to kind of take it through all those things. With LTX, you can see that there's like project settings. So I called this the Dream Trips Adventure, and then you can give cinematic inspirations. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Wow, it's not going to let, oh, there it goes. So you can like, this tool has so many different options, but you can say like the cinematic, inspiration, vibrant, family-oriented, adventure, upbeat. There's like visual aesthetics. They have like a base model if you want to do something like 3D, like a Pixar film. There's analog film, anime, cinematic, which is what I went with, comic book, craft. I mean, they have a lot in here. Look at how tiny this is, right? Wow, that's a lot. So with that, you can set up all your project settings and hit apply. But another really great thing, and I've talked about this with like AI tools, right, is like one of the main issues with AI tools is character consistency and consistency of stuff. This tool hopefully will have the ability to kind of like rectify some of that a little bit, or make it easier. I don't know if that was the right word to use, but like make it easier, right, to have character consistency. So we have Alex here. This is what Alex looks like. I can edit Alex. I can say how old he is, his essence, his appearance, how he looks, his voice.
As an organizer, I start from where the world is, as it is, not as I would like it to be.
I'm sure you guys have heard some of these AI voices quite a bit.
A solitary fantasy.
Obviously, he doesn't sound like Nicole whispering, so we're just going to keep it with Josh right now. Apply. But yeah, you can actually do another really weird thing, which I haven't quite messed around with. Like if I hit some of these buttons over here, I can duplicate her or re-roll her or whatever. But this face switch is interesting. If I upload like a close-up photo of somebody, right? Supposedly, it could put their face on there and have a character consistency with any character I want. So the cool thing about this is you actually can bring in characters from other things in here. And that's going to be nuts. Like, I'm sure some of you guys are watching this and going like, I can't wait to mess around with this, which is why you got to get one of those beta invites. So yeah, I thought let's give him a whole family here. So we got Alex, we got his mom, we got his sister Emily, and then his dad David. So we got a full family here. And you'll see in each one of these shots, I've given a description, right? Alex excitedly browsing the Dream Trips website on his laptop. So the location, if you guys know anything about screenwriting, normally this is the type of stuff that you'd put in there. It's like, okay, where is it? It's in Alex's room. This is telling the software, this is the consistency of Alex's room. This is the way it will always look, right? What's the lighting? Is it natural? What's the weather, right? Is this a scene that will have voiceover? So now that you see all the scenes here, I can edit individual frames. I can generate video. I can regenerate these based off of the prompt. So this is one of those things that as someone that wants to be a director, it like allows me to take it really to the next level, right? Because I can change the shots. I can say, okay, I want this shot instead of a medium shot. Let's make it a wide shot. And you'll watch this tool right now actually turn this shot into a wide shot. And if you guys don't know the difference in shots, there's a bunch of YouTube videos on those things. And I guarantee you, once you've watched enough movies, it's interesting, him looking at the camera here. I don't like that. It kind of looks weird. But you can add motion scale for when you generate the video, or you can add sound effects. Obviously, sound effects are such a major part of production, and it's the thing that, you know, like when you guys are sitting here and you're hearing the jazz and the rain and everything, the reason you like it is because I took the time to make a soundscape for here to make it like more comfortable. And this is something like I care a lot about, right? Because it gives you kind of the opportunity to kind of make the tone, like the tone or the feeling, right? In the sound effects and in the music, you can really make a tone for what you're making. Yeah, I mean, a children's series, that's easily going to be doable. Melody, that's easily going to be doable, and I don't mind helping you do that, you know? So there's another thing on here called the shot editor. Let me zoom out a little bit so I'm not so zoomed in. This allows you to change the camera motions if you wanted to, so you can make it extreme, the duration of the clip, the sound effects. This will allow you to really get into each one of the individual frames. If I wanted to, I could drag my own image and skip the whole prompting altogether. Like, say if I wanted to use a tool like Midjourney. If I wanted to use a tool like Midjourney, right? I could generate photos with Midjourney and then go in here and drag and drop them in here. And I could even do that for my cast, right? So if I wanted to create my whole entire cast over here on Midjourney, I could do that. Like, say I want to take this guy's face and make him Alex. I could just take a picture of his face and make him Alex, right? So you really have a lot of options with this tool to like do a bunch of stuff. But the reason that I'm showing you guys this tool more than like Midjourney and these other tools is I firmly believe that this is like the tool that most of you guys will use, simply because it just makes things much easier. Instead of having to use 10 different other tools, right? Which is the way that it was before. So over here, we've got soundtrack. You can say what type of soundtrack you want or upload your own. What I really love about a lot of these tools too is like how they kind of allow you to just put anything you want in here. So then I can go over to something like Suno or Udio, right? Like I was talking about earlier under the resources here. If I wanted to use Suno or Udio, which is audio generation tools, I can do that as well and do quite a bit. Let me see here. Let me sign in with all this stuff. I want to skip showing you guys all my login information. All right, we're back. So yeah, this allows you to like basically make music, and you'll hear certain people's music on here.
I'm not a villain, just misunderstood, living in shadows, doing the best I could.
So the music that you guys are hearing in the background, the jazz, I actually could have went ahead and just generated all that music. I'm using royalty-free music because I can't stream with other people's music, unfortunately, or else I'd be playing some of the stuff I like to listen to. I do love jazz, though. But yeah, so you could get music from Udio and bring it in to LTX. You can get music from royalty-free music, like I'm playing, and throw it in there if it's something that fits your story. But you can really like go through and make all different kinds of stuff with this. So we're going to go back to the storyboard. And we've got a couple of shots. So you see here, Alex Johnson browsing the Dream Trips website on a laptop, stunning vacation destinations on the screen. I'm going to regenerate this shot because he's not looking at the laptop, right? He's like looking at me. And then this next shot, this is the first scene. So this is Alex excitedly calling his mom on the phone to share an amazing deal, right? And of course, with these frames too, I could animate. Yeah, his neck is broken. I could animate. He just seems to want to look at me. And this is one of the things that you guys are really, really going to notice about AI, right? Look at this photo. Can any of you guys tell me what's wrong with this photo outside of the way that he's looking at me? It very well could be the hands, right? Unless, of course, he's got a couple of arms, right? A couple extra arms. So obviously we don't want to use this shot. We're just going to regenerate. This is the original seed. If I copied this and put it back in here, it would just give me the same photo that I had before. But I do think that they have in-painting in here too. And what in-painting is it basically allows you to remove and change things. So if I wanted to do generative fill, I could go around this here and then say I want that to be a lamp and then hit generate. Yeah, you guys are probably going to be like, this is awesome. Because a lot of this stuff is stuff that you would need. It didn't do a lamp. Damn it. This is why I use Photoshop for all this stuff. If you guys want to see how amazing Photoshop can be, you guys see this background? Watch this. So if I just start shutting off elements, I've actually got a whole different set going on here. So this was all done with Photoshop. If I pull up the background that I originally had for this, I'll show you guys. Let me find it here. You guys might have seen it when I was on some of the other, yeah, right. Some of the other stuff. But so this was the original background. So I took this background and changed quite a bit. I took the bed out. I took the table out, took the mirrors out, all the things that I did in here to make it this. And then I was like, the TV's too small. I don't really like that. So then I went a little bigger with it and added like a whole TV overlay. Come on now. There we go. We're back. So yeah, now it's a little more professional. I can have the book that I'm talking about here or the movie that I'm talking about back there. But all of this, believe it or not, that you see that replaced and looks like it fits in this scene was done with generative AI in Photoshop. It was just me circling an area and going, I want a TV there. Just like I was just doing with the other thing. So yeah, you can kind of edit certain things on here. You can change the shots. Can override it, do a bunch of different things. So we'll go back to the storyboard here and you'll see it's like I got voice over here. I can listen to see what that sounds like.
Hey, it's me, Alex. I stumbled upon something amazing. Dream Trips International. Hey, it's me, Alex. I stumbled upon something amazing. Dream Trips International.
So like I could rewrite this. Because I would take, hey, it's me out, right? Like, who's calling their mom on the phone, and your mom immediately doesn't know that it's you, right? It's like, hey, it's me, Alex. It's like, yes, I know it's you, Alex. I birthed you. So I stumbled upon something amazing, Dream Trips International. I would take that out. I stumbled upon something amazing. If I hit apply, we can play it now.
Hey, it's me. I stumbled upon something amazing.
See, and one of the things about this is like it's going to sound robotic to a certain extent. And there's tools that we can utilize, AI tools that make that better. One of those tools in specific is 11 Labs, where it allows me basically to record my voice, right? With the inflections in my voice that I like, and then utilize any other voice, including ones that I want. I've got a few, like you'll hear these in a second. I probably have to log into all these. Nope, we're good now. I have a few voices here. This one might sound familiar. Do I have any of my saved stuff? Where do I find my saved stuff on here? There's got to be like a projects. There we go. No projects. That's unfortunate. Anyway, I have my dad's voice in here. I have Walt Disney. I have Albert Einstein. I was doing this like Imaginators promo, and I made these videos, right? I'll show you guys what I mean. Can you guys hear that? I don't think you can hear it. I need to switch an audio thing real quick. Let me see. VLC. Okay, now you should be able to hear it.
Imagine and dreams are forever. That's why I recommend Imaginators. Imagination has no age and dreams are forever. That's why I recommend Imaginators. Imagination has no age.
Can hear it now, right?
Forever. That's why I recommend Imaginators.
So it's a little quiet. Yeah, I can turn it up some for the next one. But I have a Albert. And I'll show you guys how to make stuff like this, but
imagination is more important than knowledge.
So I recommend Imaginators to all. Imagination is more important than knowledge, so I recommend Imaginators to all. Imagination is more important than knowledge.
Okay, we'll go back. So yeah, yeah, you're like, okay, now it's really loud. But that, I basically took Walt Disney's voice and I took something that sounded like Albert Einstein. I mean, truth be told, there's not a lot of recordings of him, and he was German, so he had an accent. Makes it a little harder to train the AI with it. Walt's voice, on the other hand, there's a lot of videos of Walt, so I can click use here and have Walt say whatever I want. What should we have him say? Just do a welcome to the stream, right? And you can see here with the settings, I can do stability, I could do similarity, style exaggeration, or speak boost. When I click generate speech here, it's going to start generating.
Hello all, welcome to the stream.
So you'll see how it's like very robotic.
Hello all, welcome to the stream. Hello all, welcome to the stream.
With speech to speech, I can upload audio or record it all and do it like this. So let me see if I can record and get it to work. Testing, testing. Oh, wait. I gotta pick the right microphone. Hello all, welcome to the stream. We'll wait and see how that turned out. Hello all, welcome to the stream. I want to let me generate. It's like, it's not going to let me do any cloned voices probably. Maybe I can do. This is why the jazz works so well, because it's like waiting music. So. Testing, testing, testing to see if this will work, and I can talk like Walt Disney. Come on now. All right, I'm going to just try the upload instead. I've got a couple of audio files that I could try. One of them was by our incredible Craig Jackman. I'd have to find that though. Anybody else here like awful with categorizing stuff on your computer? I have like a downloads folder full of shit. Just like full of stuff. And then I'm just like constantly scrolling through it, trying to find what I need. Like all the graphics that I just showed you guys are all saved into my downloads folder. And you'd think after doing this for so long that I would find some type of system. Yeah. But me and Hannah are both that way. It's like, I don't have a lot of things on my desktop. Thank God. I don't have like a million icons, but yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, you can do that with 11 Labs as well. Have someone do Spanish. So I'll come back to this tool because I don't really want to waste too much time on it. We're going to go back to LTX because that's really what I want to talk about on this stream. But with this tool, like I said, you could get those voiceover clips over at 11 Labs, say them the way that you want, or give the performance the way that you want, or hire somebody to give the performance. Craig's an actor, so it's really great because he's the type of person where I could reach out to him and say, hey, Craig, could you do this voice for me? And he's got all the inflections in his voice. He got the delivery. He's got that stuff mastered. So I appreciate him being there for that because I can then just take those clips and make stuff out of them and put them in there and then bring the voiceover over and have that in here. So you can have these scenes and then you got the next scene here. So this one is Alex shows the amazing vacation destinations to his family on the laptop. Clearly there's nobody else in this shot, right? So how do we get more people into this shot? We tag them. So if I want Alex's mom in the shot, Alex's sister, and Alex's dad, I could have those all in there. I can copy all of this. See, it's already starting to change the shot. I'm going to go like this. Silently shows his family amazing on the Dream Trips website. We'll see what it comes up with this. Because I have it on medium shot. And some of these are going to be harder to get if you don't have a wider shot to get more people. It's like, why am I only getting her? Like I said, this is in beta. It's a work in progress, and just like any AI tool, you guys will see me sit here and hit prompt over and over and over again. I'm trying to figure out some fun shit to do on stream, to do while we're generating these things, because sometimes it just takes so long to like get what you want, and that's one of those things of like, it's not even following this Dream Trips prompt here. So we're gonna change it a little bit and say family. If I just say a laptop, I know that I can then go into Photoshop or something else like Canva and replace the screen with what I want. But yeah, I think I've tried to use this with more than like 2 characters. I don't know if the current limit is 2. So maybe what I'd have to do is do somewhat of a rewrite of this to where he's never showing it specifically to everyone, right? So I could just do his mom on this one since it's only giving me 2 people, right? We'll let it rotate a little bit and see what happens. Could turn up the jazz a little bit. This is like where, honestly, some of these tools take so long because so many people are using them. So that's why they've kind of been doing like beta access for LTX and not just launching it, because then we would, Alex and mom, right? So like I know for a fact that the more people use this, the slower this will be. Excuse me. The slower this will be. So that's why they're kind of doing like the beta rollouts. She's the important one. So our dream vacation into reality.
I found a way to turn our dream vacation into reality.
So I would, of course, mess around with this quite a bit. I'm not going to spend the whole stream doing this because I want to share a bunch of tools with you guys, but I wanted to share this one first. So you can see like how you can go into the shot editors and do the voiceover, but I kind of want to end like on, I wrote this little script with GPT, but I want to end on with LTX one really cool thing that I noticed about it, and that is this is a film about right here. And they'll also have like some prompts here, and you'll see some files or some projects down here that I practiced, right? So like I tried to do the apple farmer in here. I tried to do another story in here, and I've just been messing around with it since I got access, I think at the beginning of May, to try to see if it's something that I can use in my work, right? So if I click one of these, it's going to automatically put a prompt in there. If I hit next, it's going to give me a bunch of stuff now based off that prompt. So if I was like doing something like example Buddy's Place, I could put some stuff about it being an animal sanctuary and a farm. So this story overview is a rookie astronaut, Tom, accidentally ventures into a wormhole, encountering Zara, an alien from a planet under attack. Together, they uncover a cosmic conspiracy targeting Earth and heroically thwart the impending invasion. So I can change, as you guys can see here, I can change the aspect ratio if I wanted it to be a short. That's 60 seconds. Oh, I'm blocking it. Can I play a clip about what LTX can do? Yeah. I actually think that would be a great idea. Thanks for that. I have a video, believe it or not, that they gave me a while back when I signed up for the beta stuff to promote it. Let me pull it up. This is one of the things that you can create. So this person created a 36-second short with LTX. All of this was done with the tool you just saw.
For years, I've been lost in a sea of paperwork and monochrome screens. Each day felt more suffocating than the last. But then, amidst the chaos, a simple click on AI brought a cascade of color and life. Suddenly, my imagination was set free, and characters of adventure, sci-fi, and romance danced before my eyes. In that instant, the suffocating weight of my mundane reality melted away, and the vibrancy of AI breathed new life into my world. Now, I'm on a journey fueled by boundless creativity, all thanks to the wonder of AI.
So that's like the short that they gave, right? So yeah, that all was done using this tool. They didn't use anything else, right? They didn't use an outside tool. They didn't edit different things in there. All of that was done with LTX Studio, which is really cool. So I'll go through here really quick. I'll move this over a little bit so you can see better. But yeah, you can change the aspect ratio if you want it 9:16. For more like TikTok or YouTube Shorts. TikTok's going away, and then 16:9, that's going to be more of a cinematic format, and then 1:1, that's going to be like Instagram or like a block, right? So we're going to go 16:9, and then I'm going to pick one of these at random. I think Neon Punk. So it's going to regenerate the characters in this new style, Neon Punk. Check that out. So now we got Tom Johnson and we got Zara, right? We can edit them, of course, just like I showed you earlier. So it already has a voice for her clothing. I can change those things. Her age, she's ageless because she's an alien.
Dreams come true. Without that possibility, nature would not incite us to have them.
Whoa. Might be a little old of a voice for Zara. And then we got Josh.
As an organizer, I start...
They love Josh. Favorite voice. So I can click start now. After I've picked all these things out, all I did at the beginning of this, and I could always click rewrite, but all I did at the beginning of this was just put in a small story description, and it wrote a little bit of a story and gave me character names that I can change, all different kinds of stuff. Mom, that's funny. You do not sound like that. Right. So now you'll see it's creating all of these scenes based off of what it thinks the screenplay or the story should be, right? So Tom floats in a kaleidoscopic cosmic expanse after entering the wormhole. So you can see we could generate video with these. We'll let it generate a video. Generating video kind of takes time with this. You could always go up here and preview it kind of and export the whole thing. So this is in beta, right? And it's by the people that made Facetune, so I'm optimistic that like there will be a moment in time that they allow you to kind of have more leniency with certain things. But there's basically the generate video stuff does have the ability to do things with it. Isn't that cool? Let me go camera angle, click and drag, zoom in and out. Wow. Isn't that crazy? So if I zoom in right now and then click generate, what the camera will actually do is zoom into them. But if I zoom out, it'll do the opposite. I can drag it around. Isn't that insane? So all these tools are going to just continue to get better. Like I've said in the past, this is like the worst it's ever going to be. So, you know, you could generate all these shots. You could change certain things. You'll see Zara down here, right? And the story keeps going and it keeps chugging along, but you kind of can just keep adding scenes. If I wanted to add another scene, I could, and then just, okay, let's write a scene description. What are they doing? Where's the location? What's the lighting like? What's the weather? If I put raining, right? Location. I mean, it's already got the rain going, right? And then I could generate a video with it, and we'll see what we get. Like, this is without any prompt, without any shot type, without anything, right? All I did, I didn't even write a description. All I did was just type raining, and this is what it generated. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, the 3D effects are the next kind of step, right? Like 3D animation and generating 3D animations. And as you guys can see too, like if I open this video up, how can I just download it? I just want to download it. Not bad. Obviously, I'd upscale this or change some things. I don't know what's going on with her boobs here, but you can just keep regenerating it until other stuff works out, right? So that's kind of as much as I wanted to share about LTX. They are releasing more beta invites and doing a lot more with these tools, but it is pretty cool how little you actually have to get started on using these tools and learning them. I don't really know if you can use it on your phone or your iPad or anything like that. That's something I'd have to ask them on their Discord about. But yeah, you can join their Discord and stuff. It's ltx.studio.com. So if any of you guys want to join the wait list, you can. But they do these beta phases, right, as they're trying to do this. So I don't have to sit there and wait like 3 hours to generate a video. I was going to say earlier that I did the Apple Farmer one just to see how the tools worked, and I ended up waiting 2 days for the video to generate. So it was like a while before I had what I needed. But breasts. It's funny. All right. So another tool that I'd like to show you guys is Udio. If you haven't seen Udio, Udio is, let me fix my camera again because it's getting all messed up. And then we're going to start making something after I show this tool off. Mess with the chroma key a little bit. There we go. So with this tool, you can make music. There's multiple different types of music you can make. This is some of the stuff I've done just to see how it works. Let me see.
In the morning's gentle light, on the gallows went to sow.
Yeehaw!
Across with hope in hand, in row he'd watch them grow, and seeds on the wind, where will you land?
I was trying to get something going with the farmer, but I'll show you guys the, this is a song that I generated with this for the, I'm calling it the Sower's Tale. If you go to like the Infinite Variance website, you'll see the two projects that I'm currently working on. And these projects are really to like push me in making things and kind of learn how to use these tools as I'm making them. But one is this A Sower's Tale, which is like the parable of the sower, is something I've been working on. And every single time I get close to like kind of finishing it in the way that I want, they end up coming out with better tools, and then I end up having to redo it because I just want it to be as good as I can. But I'm kind of over that now. I think I'm just going to make the whole entire thing on the stream. Not today, of course, but soon I'll go through and make those individual scenes. But I got like a bunch of stuff that I've already generated for that. I don't mind showing you guys some of it here. This is going to be very loud. Turn that down.
Consistency is key. Without it, we would have nothing.
So let me see here. When I made that, I could tell you guys how much has changed, right? I made that on March 2nd. So all of the stuff that you just currently saw, it doesn't even look that way anymore. So now it looks more like this, right? There's a lot more movement, a lot more things going on. There's a lot more that I can do than before. I've got a bunch of different things in here for that, but then also other things. So yeah, I've like kind of messed with the art style and changed a few things about it. But yeah, it truly is unlimited, like the amount of things that you can do. So a lot of the stuff that you're now seeing in the background is just stuff that I've made over the last couple of months, couple of weeks or whatever. So there's a lot more, but I'm not going to show that off now. Let me escape this here. Instead, I'm going to show you the song. Like I said, I get lost in the sauce, but it's okay. It's my stream. I can do whatever I want. So I got the song saved somewhere. Final scenes. Is this it? No. I'm going to have to go find it. For whatever reason. Oh, man. I'm going to get lost in my own stuff trying to find this song. Here it is. I think this is it. So this is all from Udio. And all I told it to do with this is like I wanted a harmonica, I wanted the banjo, and I made each one of these sequences, right? Like I said, okay, these are the lyrics. Yep. Anyway, you get it. I want to edit the whole entire thing to that music. I like it enough that I feel like it could fit the whole short. I was just having issues with consistency of characters and consistency of scenes. Now that LTX exists and some of these other tools, I might not have those problems anymore. I might actually be able to get that stuff done, which is exciting. So yeah, you can make any different kinds of songs like that on Suda and UDO, and you just like keep or not Suda, Pseudo. I think that's what it's called. It's funny because every single one of these AI tools is like they keep changing the names of all of them. That's why I have to make a whole resources page to remember them all. All right, Suno AI. So I made a mistake. I didn't use UDO to make that song. I used Suno. Let me just log in quick and then I'll show you guys. Can you hear Milo and Rue? Those are my corgis. I have 2 corgis. So let's see here. All right, I gotta go pages and pages. As you can see, I've been messing with this tool a lot more than the other. I don't think this is it, but it could be. No. Let me shut off the jazz so I can hear. I got corgis barking. It's part of their nature. No, but you can actually like make it. Like, listen to this, how different it can be. Here's the lyrics over here on the right.
Sit down, my child, beneath the apple tree shade. Let me tell you of the life that I've made. With hands in the soil,
Good stuff.
eyes on the sky, I've watched these trees grow. Years passed by. There were days when the pest
So like
became the
one of my favorite shorts that I'm kind of trying to emulate with this is the one where there's like what is that called? It's a Pixar short. I could probably find it. It's called like Boundin'. Boundin'. There we go. Let me go find it. Boundin'. This one. Right? Because I like how
Here's a playground south of the snow.
It has the voiceover.
Lived a lamb with a coat of remarkable sheen. It would glint in the sunlight, all sparkly and clean. Such a source of...
That's kind of what I want to do with the Sower's Tale, right? Is to take it and to kind of put a song over the back of it with the actual storyline in the lyrics. So you'll hear later on, it's like right here.
Is dancing and Hanson for that also join in the play.
So right, very Disney-like, but I'm trying to make something cute here. So that's kind of where I was going with some of this stuff.
Those tiny beasts, but we battled and fought with all our might.
And there's so much I've like learned about this process too. Like originally the story was just about like this young kid who saw an apple orchard and went, oh, that's what I want to do with my life. And then it changed into a story about a grandfather showing his grandson how to do it. And then one guy's whole transition of growth growing up, going through all of the different trials and tribulations and stuff. Right now, I have this big sequence where the orchard becomes like lit on fire, right? And I have a couple of sequences of this. But one of the interesting things about that is I was like, how am I going to have like a lightning strike? How am I going to justify this fire, right? Because I just, for some reason, wanted to light the apple orchard on fire and have that be one of his trials, right? Come to find out, all I had to do is just take the story and move it back a little bit in time, because when there used to be diseases that would hit orchards back before we had, pesticides to get rid of those types of things, they actually used to have to burn the whole entire apple orchard or whatever was diseased down. to the soil, because that was the only way to get rid of the disease and stuff. So I was talking to GPT about it, and I'm like, there's my fire. All right. One of the things that he goes through is a trial that ends up diseasing his apple orchard, and he's got to burn it down. So it just fit, and it worked so well that I was like, hey. Okay. I don't know why that scream was there. That's funny. But this was kind of one of the scenes I continued to render out, and I was trying to get some sound effects to it, right? Of him looking at the fire, and then there's shots like this one. More like that. But yeah, before I did a complete... My God, it's back! Before I did a whole, like, okay, I want to change the art style of this, I had very much like a Pixar-like art style. Which I might... Okay, I'm going to have to mute this guy. He's gone. But I might go back to, now that character consistency is back, it was just very hard to do three-dimensional characters without it getting weird. So what I ended up moving into instead with the Sower's Tale was more of like this style, which is kind of 3D in a sense, but it's more hand-drawn 3D. So I actually ran all of the scenes through a pass of that, and AI actually changed all these scenes to be more that art style, right? So, you know, I have a few of those in here. I could show you guys. It's funny, I'm like, I'm not going to show you guys anything, and then I just start being like, here's all the things. I feel like a lot of this is, once I get it out of my system of showing you guys all the shit I've already made, then I'm going to have to make new stuff, so. But yeah, here's some of the shots that none of you guys have seen, and you can see the fluid. Let me go back to this one because I really like it. Look at the fluid motion of the movement and the light. So much better. So, you know, when we go back to, like, say this, look at that, how disorienting that is. And I was at a point where I was kind of like going to just say screw it, right? Because I don't see AI filmmaking or utilizing any of these tools as like a replacement for film or replacement for what we're currently doing or acting or any of those things. I see this as like a whole new medium, right? So like being able to create art with a computer in this way is just a whole new medium of telling stories. And I think that the people that are like, this is going to take my job, this is going to do this or that, I get that worry. But then at the same time, I'm also a huge advocate for like, all right, if they fire you, just go make shit yourself, right? You have the talent. They got rid of the talent. If they try to replace you with a machine, all they're going to do is create machine stuff, right? They're not capable of creating stuff with your talent. So just go after it yourself. Make your own stuff. Start your YouTube channel. Start telling stories. So yeah, you can see with those different kind of graphics there. This is supposed to be bugs. It's not, but I'll get it there. This is supposed to be birds, right? So yeah, I have a bunch of different shots that I'm still working on through here. There's certain things that when I still look at it, I'm like, that needs some consistency is key. So this is the new, more of the new, what do they call that? Drawing a blank. It's like, yes, Melody. Anybody will or can and will become a storyteller. So that's the really cool thing is a lot of us have stories that we want to tell that we've never told because of the things that are in place. Right? Like one of the really big elements that I think will change over the next couple of years is the fact that a lot of stories have not been told simply because of the financial investment, and needing to make a return on that investment means that the story can't be made, right? Like if you wanted to make a story that is specifically about something you experienced, people would tell you to go write a book, right? That's what they'd say. They'd say, you should write your life story as a book. That's such a great idea. Do that, right? writing a book is easy, or as if selling a book is easy. You know what I mean? Like, in a world where people are reading less and less than they ever have, now we're kind of in a space where we're moving into more of a visual medium, and we've been doing that with YouTube for a while. And YouTube actually now has pretty much all of the tools, and as things will grow, for you to almost start your own HBO Max or Netflix, right? And that's my dream. My goal is to not only create a studio, but almost create like a channel or a space where we can share your guys' work, my work, and kind of grow the community and inspire a lot more people to take this seriously and not kind of dog on it instead and go like, oh, you're removing all these other options or all these other tools. Listen, I grew up with computers. I guarantee you there was a lot of people that are going, if you don't hand draw animation, it's not animation, right? And yet you'd have to pick like a Studio Ghibli movie or something along those lines. You'd have to pick something completely different to even find a movie that's hand-drawn anymore. Pretty much every film, even if it looks hand-drawn, is made with a computer. So yeah, we're not hand-drawing any of that stuff anymore. We might be hand-drawing the concept art, but we're not animating it that way. And so when I see people kind of like fighting this current trend of new technology that's moving up, going, it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good, it never will look good, right? Okay, wait a month and it'll look a lot better than it does now. The music is already, I'd say, at a stage where you can make a whole entire album if you wanted to, and I might try to do that on stream, right? Like make a Sower's Tale folk album to go with the short or something like that, just to see if I can. But a lot of these streams, what I want them to be is exactly that, guys. Is it's just like, can we get on and make shit, right? Because you see that down here, right? Make shit. That's kind of like the saying that I'm going with. I grew up with this type of wordage being used, and I think at this point, all the excuses no longer exist for most of us. Do you need a certain caliber of equipment to do video or AI? Every tool that I've showed you so far, you could do on your phone almost. LTX is all something you do on their website. It's all done on their cloud servers. Suno, exactly the same. Midjourney, ChatGPT. So no, I wouldn't recommend buying a computer because we're very quickly moving to a place where you won't need them anymore. Like, if you really wanted me to get into future talk, there will be a moment in time where all of us will just have a device that you walk into, like, say, a hotel, and you put down on maybe like a little platform, and immediately all of your stuff will automatically work in that hotel room, right? Or it'll be a key card or something like that, or something easier. I mean, I'm acting like it's going to be a physical thing, as if you just walking into the place won't do it with AI. But no, you'll eventually have a thing where our AIs will know a lot about us, and when we go to a hotel, it will automatically set the temperature to what we like. It'll automatically change the lights to what we want, put whatever on the TV we want, and that will continue to grow. But what the point that I'm getting to with this is that at some point, you'll just have all of your computing done on the cloud, right? So all of the computing, whether it's in glasses, whether it's and chips are getting smaller and smaller, but what will probably end up happening is there'll be like a thin VR headset that's just having a communication with how fast the internet is, and is rendering everything completely somewhere else and sending it to the headset and projecting it to you, which means it can be thin because all it really needs then is a receiver and a battery and the screens. And the screens are getting thinner and thinner. So that'll allow us all to actually hang out in person together, whether we're there or not. And we'll see this all happen over the next couple of years. But yes, I think that as a lot of these businesses and these monotonous tasks, robotic tasks are taken over by robots, we'll be in a place where it's like, well, what do we do now, right? With the time that we're here. And that's going to get longer, right? As technology grows and as more scientific advancements in health happen. There's going to be situations where we're living 30 years longer than we did before, 40 years longer than we did before. And it's like, what are we going to do? Okay, there's no jobs. Maybe capitalism changes into some different type of version where we all have some type of universal basic income. But if you wanted to grow and have the luxurious things in life, of course, you're still going to have to sell things to people and make things for people. The great thing is that they'll have money to give you and support you. And I see that's where it's going. It's like, in that direction. Thank you, Dee Dee, for being on and supporting me on here. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I think one of the interesting things about all these tools is it's just the beginning of a lot of these things, but that's where the slogan "make shit" comes from. Is it's like every single day we're losing excuses why we're not making shit, like why we're not making the shit we want, why we're not doing what we want, creating our dreams and our goals. And I know a lot of you guys have stories and things that you want to tell, or maybe you want to make stories for other people. You know, maybe your grandmother has an incredible story that you've always wanted to make into a movie, but you can't because no one would go see it in theaters, right? That will exist. And just like with tools like LTX, eventually we'll see things like Sower make the video aspect so good that it'll be hard to tell whether it's real or fake. When those elements exist, you'll have these tools, and I believe ChatGPT and OpenAI will make one that will work, and we'll all be able to make movies and be able to make things. And hopefully I inspire some more of you guys to stream and do your own stuff with this. But that's the shift that I want to make. Yeah, Sarah, is taking a lot of the people that are scared and frustrated and worried about where the world's going right now and inspire the fuck out of them to create things, to be human again, to like stop being so robotic, stop giving all of your time and energy over to shit that doesn't matter to you, right? Like, let's get back to the very human instincts of like connecting in a community, being creative, supporting one another, and going from there. And I just kind of want to be the leader of that as much as I can be for the time that I'm here and the time that I can. And so you guys are just going to see me constantly do these streams pretty much almost every day for a couple of hours and go through some new tools that you could use, answer some of your guys' questions, help you guys make things. Because another thing, like I said, I want to do with these streams is go over your guys' YouTube channels if you want me to. And I don't mind making you guys like a banner or something and showing how I did that process, or making you a thumbnail or whatever it may be, right, with AI tools, so then you know what to do yourself with them. That's kind of where I want to go with this, on top of just kind of spreading the message. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, like if you know anybody in your life that's like young and uninspired, old and uninspired, or in the middle and uninspired, right, and they don't know where the world's going, and they want to be connected to a community that's consistently, specific times of the streams, I'm going to shoot for 1 p.m. Pacific time. There's certain days, like I said, not almost every day. There's certain days that I have prior commitments that I can't, like I'm doing a podcast every Wednesday at noon on my dad's channel, Robert Hollis. You can find it on there, and we do that Unlimited Wisdom podcast. The days that I'm not on there, I probably will be streaming, but the days that I am on that podcast, you could just watch me on there, and I'll probably get off afterwards and share on my own streams. But those ones will probably be a little later. But most of the time, I'm going to shoot for 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is, I think, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So with that said, you know, I don't want to make this stream very long. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an introduction to what we're doing here. I know I named it streaming as until I get this shit down, but truthfully, I had this shit down before I was doing stuff on this stream last night at 2 a.m. in the morning, getting it set up, making sure that the chat worked, making sure that the videos worked and all the graphics worked and everything. So I look forward to sharing all that with you guys as well. Look for me. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is my dad's doing an Ask Me Anything, and I know some of you guys will be on that. So I'll probably be streaming a little bit later tomorrow, but I will always pre-schedule them. So you guys will see, and I'll pre-schedule them a couple of hours ahead so you guys have time, and we'll promote them through Telegram and everything like that. So my goal tomorrow is to actually sit down and start the stream with helping you guys create a couple of things, and then to jump right into a Sower's Tale. So you guys tomorrow are going to see me actually move further in making the graphics and the renderings for a Sower's Tale. And then you guys are going to see me open up Premiere and start editing it all together. I'm going to go through that whole process, and you guys are just going to see me create stuff. So thank you guys so much for being on here. Thank you, Dad and Craig, for your guys' donations. If you guys do want to donate and support the stream, it's not necessary. You don't have to. But if you want to, you can click the donate link below and donate to it. All of the money I plan on continuing to grow in like a infinite variance fund, so then I can eventually get the studio started so then we can utilize it for the other stuff that AI can't fix, and tell your guys' stories on another level, including my own. So thank you guys so much. Love and appreciate you, and see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye, guys.